Welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm Gary, and this is not David. So, it's Friday the 13th. Ooh, it's 7 o'clock at night. I just got home from work. It was a long day. Um, the video that I had scheduled to come out tomorrow, I'm going to have to re record because it was on Judge Breyer overturning Trump's control of the National Guard troops in California and restoring it to Gavin Newsom. That has since been temporarily stayed by the U.S. District Court of Appeals, the Ninth Circuit, and they're going to talk about it on Tuesday. So I will probably record on that Sunday or Monday instead. So instead, let's talk about what's happening on Saturday. Saturday, we've got the Pope doing his address at Kaminsky Park. We've got Trump's little military parade in Washington, D.C. that may encounter some weather events. And we've got the No Kings protests throughout the United States. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a potpourri and see what's going on with all three of those. I'm going to take a look currently at what the weather is like in Washington, D.C. And, oh boy, they've got rain in the forecast. Let's see, what's it looking like on Saturday? Saturday is currently showing rain, possible thunderstorms. It's pushing out. Right now it's showing at 9 o'clock at night, so we'll see what happens. But they've got rain in the forecast. So let's take a look at that first. Let's take a look at Trump's little military parade for Dear Leader. What's the energy around that? How's that looking? Is it going to go off? Okay. Entertainment purposes only. Deck is upside down. Okay. What's the energy around that? Nine of Swords. It's causing a lot of anxiety. Certainly, we're feeling that. You know, this parade for the Army's 250th anniversary is expected to cost upwards of $45 million. And it's such a waste. You know, with all the cruelty and budget cuts and people losing their jobs and people losing their benefits, you know, the last thing we need is a $45 million military birthday parade for Trump. You know, let's face it, this is just a colossal waste of money. The challenge is the King of Swords. But hey, you know what? He's the president. He's got the backing of Congress, so he can do whatever the hell he wants. Doesn't matter what we think. Underneath it, you got the Four of Wands. Hey, you know, Congress, the Republicans in Congress are celebrating this. You know, hey, Trump, here's your birthday present. Hi, kitten. Oh, dear. We've got a cat in the... Well, I'm sorry. I don't want him to have his parade either, but, you know, jumping on the table isn't going to prevent this. It is going to prevent it? Oh, okay. Well, there you go. The end of the reading. Kitten says that if she jumps on the table, he doesn't get his parade. The end. Let me pause this and deal with this kitty cat. Come on, kitten. Poof! And like that, the kitten vanishes. Okay. In the past, we had the Tower. This is Trump just breaking all down all the institutions, breaking all the rules. In the past, we've also had a forecast that there might be lightning strikes during this, thunderstorms with lightning. So that is in the past. It might not be happening anymore, unfortunately. Current energy is the Emperor. Hey, I'm a king. I get my military parade. Overarching energy is the Nine of Cups. Hopes, wishes, dreams fulfilled. He has been wanting this since the first time he ran. I guess he was in France for Bastille Day and they had a military parade, and you know, he got all excited about that. He just loves the show of might and power. The lesson to be learned is Eight of Cups. You should be walking away. This is something that it's only for him. This isn't celebrating the United States. He's too busy trying to deconstruct everything. Just walk away. Don't even pay attention to it. Don't give it your energy. The outcome is the Knight of Swords. Charging boldly forth. Look, everyone, look how strong and powerful and mighty I am. I'm going to have a parade and everyone's going to celebrate. Okay, so I think right now, I think he's actually going to get his little victory parade. I'm so sorry. That's not the news I wanted to give you. A lot of us are really hoping for rain. To go out there doing rain dances. It may still work. it's Friday at 7 o'clock. We still got another 20 hours or so before this parade starts. So anything can happen, right? Let's see. Let's see how the protests are going to go for the No Kings protest. What's the energy around that? All right, entertainment purpose only. Let's look at the energy around the No Kings protests. All right, here we go. Temperance is the foundation of the reading. This is about balance. This is about detoxing. This is about, trying to get the poison out of the system, finding peace. It's interesting. I have never been to a protest until this year. And it's actually nice being out there with like-minded people sharing the same outrage, knowing that it's not just you, it's not just this little community. There are millions of people out there that are saying this is outrageous, this isn't right. All these people would rather be doing something else, like not watching a military parade, but we all have lives, we all have other things that we'd rather be doing, but we feel that this is important. The cross is the Two of Pentacles. The challenge here is Trump just keeps on feeding the MAGA base. He keeps getting crazier every day, trying to, create turbulence in our nice blue oceans. Underneath it all, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. People putting in the hard work. People willing to make the effort to let their opinions be known. To know that their civil rights and their freedoms shouldn't be violated. They're out there sending the message. In the past, you had the Two of Swords, which is making a choice. You could stay home or you could go out and protest. And people in the past, many have chosen to go out and protest. The current energy is the Queen of Swords. This is about getting your message out there, supporting the message of the protest and getting your personal message out there. What I remember Libby saying is that the queens are kind of internal, kings are external. So this is cathartic for us, for each of us as an individual, making sure our truth is being communicated and being told. Overarching energy is the Five of Wands. It's the chaos that we're seeing, the fighting, the protests throughout the United States, like in Los Angeles, which are spreading to other cities. Trump is characterizing this as rebellions and riots. It's not a riot, it's a protest. Are there pockets of bad actors? Yes, there are, but that hardly defines the rest of the people. A rebellion, Donald, in case you're watching this, and I know you're not, because this is already 8 minutes long and your fruit fly mind couldn't take 8 minutes of thought anyways. But a rebellion kind of looks like what happened at the Capitol on January the 6th. That's a rebellion. This is a protest. And just because their message is not something you support doesn't mean that you get to squash it. The lesson to be learned is the Ace of Cups. Get your emotions out there. Let your emotions be heard. There are people with strong feelings about this. We need to get more and more people out there, out on the streets. Outcome is the Three of Swords, the betrayal of our rights. That's the reason why we're out there. We want people to understand we're upset because the Constitution and our civil rights are being betrayed. And we're heartbroken to watch our democracy fall into fascism, which is what's happening. And if you're MAGA and you're watching this, or super conservative and watching this, and you disagree with me, sorry, I'm just calling it like I'm seeing it. We are heading to a fascist state, and we're heading there fast. It hasn't even been 5 months that twit's been in office, and it's feeling like 30s Germany. Not that I was around for 30s Germany, but, I'm somewhat well read on the whole World War II thing and what fascism is. And believe me, we're there. Suppressing people's freedoms and rights, suppressing freedom of speech, putting down rebellions, protests. Yeah, that's kind of fashy. All right, so let's keep it going here. How in the balance of things, will these protests have a long-term impact in shortening the suffering that we're going through? Just a little 4-card. I'll say more of a yes or no. Hopes, wishes, dreams fulfilled. The Star of Democracy. So these are kind of the two most important cards. That the Nine of Cups is a really great card. This is hope, wishes, dreams fulfilled in the high level energy. And the Star for me has always been about the democracy, that we are standing up for our Constitution. We're standing up for our democracy, and we're defending it. We need to fight, and we need to keep on fighting, because we're on a new journey. I've never worried about having my, when I voted for a presidential candidate and they've lost, I've never worried about that our democracy wouldn't be there 4 years later. I am very worried right now. And this is a new path for all of us, standing up and getting out there and protesting. And the energy underneath it, the Magician, manifesting the result we want. So we got to get out there, get our word out on the street, get out new messages, get new people out there to defend our democracy. So, yeah, I'd say that, these protests will make a difference. Hopefully it'll speed things up. My God, I truly think that the LA protests are making a difference. Trump is having to be more and more fascist. Kristi Noem is, coming out with more and more fascist messaging, and hopefully this is alienating people. My God. All right. And then let's take one quick look at Pope Leo and his messaging. He's got a message for the people of the United States. Someone asked him right after he got made Pope, do you have a message for the United States? And his answer was many. I have many messages. So will the Pope's messaging come through loud and clear and resonate with the people of the United States? The foundation of the reading is the Nine of Pentacles. This is about enjoying the finer things in life. With the United States, there's enough wealth for everybody. It doesn't need to be taken by one person or one group. There's plenty for everybody. The challenge right now is the current government wants it all for themselves, and that's unjust. And it's because the leader is acting like a king. In the past, you've got the victory card. I'm not sure if that's Trump's victory or the Pope's victory. Taking that victory lap. Let's keep going and see where that goes. But right now, the message is about being calm and thinking about what you're doing, thinking about the consequences of your actions. So this could be, Trump's claiming a victory, or, all the things that he's doing because of his victory. But the Pope wants you to calm down, relax, think about what you're doing, think about what you're supporting here, think about what the messaging is. It's more thinking. The Knight of Pentacles, sit back and observe what's going on. What do you really value in your life? What is it that you value? The lesson to be learned, Ace of Wands. It's time for a new action. It's time for a new message. This is a really powerful card. Think about it. This is what we should be doing. Outcome, Page of Cups, because what's happening now is crazy, and it's not following in the steps of Jesus or God. This is not about love. This is not about compassion. This is not about caring. This is about money. This is about othering people. This is about hate and victimizing people. This is cruel what we're going through, And his message is going to be the opposite of that. If it comes out that it is the same as that, boy, we're all in trouble if the Pope's teaming up, right? Anyways, that's really all I've got. I guess we could do a quick weather report. So I'm going to dedicate this next reading to Pick and Duck, because he was definitely an early prognosticator that the weather might there might be a weather event. So right now it's showing that the weather is, if there is a weather event, it's not going to stop the parade. It may stop the fireworks show. Let's just see. Is the weather going to negatively impact this parade? And when I say negatively impact, will it shorten the parade or prevent Trump from getting everything he wants in the parade? You've got the big burden, everything actions coming to an end, judgment, people to stand up and show who you're supporting. There's a Five of Pentacles that Dave and I got, because I was joking that maybe it's a snowstorm instead of a rainstorm. But the people that are being excluded from this. The Hermit finding the path forward. And then the King of Cups. Oh, man. I don't know if this is a weather reading. as much as I like to dedicate this to Donald there, Donald, I don't think this is a weather reading. King of Cups to me is the Pope. I think this is the. I don't think the weather is going to stop or keep Trump from getting everything he wants. It's going to be the Pope's message that keeps him from getting what he wants. Oh, that's so interesting. The Pope's message. You're creating too much of a burden on the people. And it's time for the people to stand up and take notice. You need to figure out what it is you want to believe in, what path you want to be in, because you're being othered. You're being neglected. You're being shut out from the government, from the country. And as the Pope, I'm the mature one. He is the King of Cups. It's the emotional maturity. So I don't think it's the weather that's going to stop. The weather may have a short-term impact. It may not impact it at all. It's the Pope's message that's going to have the impact. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. So I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully this is a good reading for you. It's definitely surprising to me. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you like these videos, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, hit the bell. We'll wake you up at midnight every night with a new video from me, David, or not David. And leave a comment. I read them all, respond to many. And unlike the Bargain Basement Twin Tarot with Gary and David channels, we give shout outs to our viewers. Now, I think I don't know if I've got anyone in my current queue for shout outs. Let's see. Have I exhausted the queue? Yes, I have. So, oh, wait a minute. I take that back. I might have, okay, this may be a double shout out, okay? Because since I had to delete my old video, I had shout outs on the old video. So some of these may be duplicates, and I apologize if they are. And so here we go. Tennessee Chin, thank you so much for your kind contribution to our channel. David, I truly appreciate that. Yes, Nine of Cups. Hopes, wishes, dreams fulfilled. Del Ria Jones also made a very nice contribution to the channel and gave me some beer money. Thank you so much, Del Ria. Queen of Cups. Hopefully Dave will keep his emotions in check when he sees me drinking beer and he didn't get any. And then finally, the Winter Wren, who is celebrating her 30th anniversary today on Friday. Oh, actually, it was Thursday. Sorry, so this is going to be 2 days late. So happy 2 days after your anniversary, Winter Wren. And if this is a duplicate, well, you get 2 anniversary wishes, and you get the Six of Pentacles. You know what? It's okay. Give a little, get a lot back. And that's kind of how things work sometimes. And then I just want to give a shout out to the rest of us. A secret card for the rest of us. Oh, Five of Cups. Don't be sad. We'll get you next time. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you. Have a wonderful weekend. For those of you out there for the No Kings protest, please be safe. Please be behaved, but be loud and be proud. Thank you so much, folks. Take care. Bye.